I'm putting these oil lines onto the oil filter. So apparently they had a lot of problems because of the high temperature. Ruins the hoses. So this is the replacement. High temp. It's a -20 hose. Big old summer gun. Thank goodness they engineered this so you could pull these plates down and be able to get in here and put these hoses in. So I got the one in. Wasn't too bad. You just got to go up there, and then I got to crawl up top and fish it through the compartment over there. Cat's soundproofs everything, makes these really quiet. They put big old soundproofing on the pan. There's not any on the block on this side. I don't see any on the other. But I was under here trying to figure out how the counterweight comes off. Because at some point, I gotta get, oh, right there, 2 big bolts. I'm gonna have to get this counterweight off and fill it with lead shot, or I've been told you can weld plates in it. Big old thick plate iron. Or put some big heavy plate underneath on the undercarriage. Probably needs a little of both. But this is a 13-ton counterweight, and it really needs the 15-ton. So I need to add a ton to the back end. It'd make a world of difference. So this thing wasn't such a rocking chair. So tape that on so I don't shove it up through there and lose it. Come on, Jeff. I gotta put you down. I can't do this. Okay, just needed 2 hands. You need 2 hands. I need 2 hands to handle a hose that size. When you got a hose my size, you need 2 hands. Oh. And I need to get my DPF filter cleaned. Bruce Mounson told me probably the best cleaning method is ultrasonic, but I don't know anybody around here that can do that. You guys got any idea what the best way to clean one is? It needs cleaned. We're at the 5,000 hour mark and the check engine lights are flashing, and we need to get it cleaned and then reset the computer. I've got a laptop with Cat ET. I don't know how to reset it, but I bet I could figure out. What do you bet? Because Jeff wins. I don't mess around. Anyway, alright, so now gotta take this and shove it down through that hole right there. Probably the worst part is going to be putting all the hold down clamps back on. This one here on the back is kind of dickered. Take some duct tape or electric tape and tape all that up so it don't cut a hole in it. Get a little, undo the tape, and then I got to get some grease to put on those O-rings. We'll put this smaller fitting one, the top one, on first because it's such a pain to get wrenches in here. So I think these are metric. The small ones I can get 1 5/8 on. It's pretty tight. I think 1 5/8 is going to equal 42 millimeter. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I probably am. Because this hose is so much bigger than the other one, I can't get the clamps on it either. So I call my dealer and I'm like, is this a CAT update or is this your update? But I need some clamps. Let me check. So he calls me back an hour later. Well, I just can't find anything and blah, blah. And I said, well, I sent you the part number off the hose. Just talk to the hose guy and figured it out. Sure shit, they got the clamps. They're not in Pocatello, they're in Idaho Falls. It's Friday. So I said, well, put it in a wheel call and I'll come get it. So I went home and I got another 1 7/8 wrench so I can finish tightening this hose up. And then I will bolt one hose in the hose clamp and zip tie the other one to the other hose to try to protect it so it doesn't rub a hole, and then get those clamps this weekend, get them on. But it drives you absolutely nuts. But meanwhile, I called a gentleman who follows me on Instagram, and his name's Matt. He works for McAllister in that's in Indiana, Pennsylvania, I don't remember. Anyway, he sent me a picture of a rock rake made by Bedrock, and so he thinks there's one on the West Coast in LA. So Monday he's gonna get back with me and get me the price on it and how long it'll take to get it here. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, because we need a rock rake. You know that, I know that. So let's just get it done. Let's just get a rock rake and stop screwing around. So anyway, I just want to say I am very grateful to those who follow me on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram. You guys hooked me up with some awesome deals. I love it. I mean, I don't buy everything that you send me a link to, because I can't. Some of it I'm just not interested in, but it's like the tracks for the D9, this deal with the rake, and it just goes on and on and on. So I just wanted to say I really, really, really appreciate the help. It's just totally awesome. It's like I'll never forget, Bruce Mallison told me one time, we were talking about his detractors. You know, you always have people that call you fake and a phony and a liar and charlatan, whatever else. I get that too. People don't like me and want to tell me to piss off, whatever. But he said this to me. He said, Jeff, we get more done when we work together. And that's really stuck with me. We do. We just get more done when we work together. Ain't no doubt about it. So I appreciate the help, because I sure get a lot more done. Oh, man. Okay, I got that on. Now I gotta do this undone. Okay. Round 2, fight, fight. Now this one, I don't know what size this one. I don't know that this one's going to be 1.7". Jeff. Oh, these are big old hoses. Okay, O-ring is still intact. It dropped one of my wrenches. Way to go. All right. Whew. Now, put the fuel line back up. Oh, I've discovered you can turn the fuel off so it just doesn't continually run out. Newsflash. Okay, that's on. Turn the fuel back on. And then I've got this plug-in that I had to remove to operate the wrenches. Got to get that plugged back in. You know, I'd like to know who the brain surgeon engineer is that comes up with all these crazy plug-in types. It's like, couldn't there be like an ISO standard 2-connector weather pack type plug-in that is simple to remove, doesn't have 2 different levers? Okay, this is the best zip tie ever invented. Tom from Illinois sent those to me, and I'm telling you what, there's another guy I love. He saw I was having trouble, so he sent me a ton of these. These are absolutely the best zip tie you will ever find. And actually, I've got a roll of this stuff. So these are all cut to length and assembled, but you can buy them with the buckle and then get the material so you can make any length you want. Best zip tie ever made. Absolutely love them. I don't see any leaks yet. I'll let her run and get warmed up. Yeah, engine fault, check engine. That's a DPF. Alright, well, we'll let it warm up, see what it does. So I got her all finished off, and then I was looking in here and I saw those hoses right there that go to that electric valve body, and they came over this straight down, and then they were bent on a 90. Let me show you a picture of that. So I stuck a picture of it on Instagram and I tagged Caterpillar, and I had a response within less than just a few minutes. So I just told them what it was, and I said it was that way from the factory and I didn't notice it. I asked the boys if they'd ever noticed that, and they said no. Anyway, the one was trying to wear a hole in that hose. I think those go all the way up. I think that is the pin coupler hoses, or bucket pin grabber deal. So those go through there. They're probably 90 miles long. Anyway, they were bent pretty bad, so I hope that lasts a while. I'd sure hate to change those and fish it through all that stuff it runs through. What a mess. So I've done a little bit of environmental damage here. Oil that leaked out when we changed the hoses. So I got it all bolted back up. I ran it, moved it forward, and everything looks good. So I just need to get those other clamps to tie the hoses down, because I couldn't leave it there like that. I think Matt's going to be here tomorrow and Sunday to run it. We got to get going. So anyway, you guys have an awesome weekend.